Hey, what's up, everybody? It's KillJ's. How's it going? Welcome to a Sin City 7 stream. So, and of course, I am a grumpy Raider fan. Well, less than grumpy today. So, welcome to the Sin City 7 stream. So, the Sin City 7 are a group of like-minded individuals that decided to come together, talk about our favorite team, the Raiders. Obviously, this team is, or we're different from any other fan group and whatnot. Instead of taking a lighter journey into the dark side, we are strictly dark side. And not only that, we tell it how it is. So we're going to call a spade, a club a club, a heart a heart, and everything. Well, I know that it's a little late right now. So if the Sensei 7 actually join me and everything, great. If not, that's fine. We'll just cut it short and whatnot. So, with that being said, and also we decide, we want to respect people's opinions. So if we have difference in opinions, obviously we are going to do, we're going to actually respect your opinion. So with that being said, we did have a game today. The second game in Antonio Pierce's tenure as interim head coach, to see if we can actually put forth something, especially since the Jets are, the Jets came and everything. We beat the Giants. Now it's time for the Jets. Again, we needed to win this game in order to have some form of momentum going forward, because after all, we have a couple of really tough opponents ahead of us. Needless to say, the Jets have a really good defense, a very good defense. So obviously, we need to actually win the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. It was a hard fought match, guys. A very, very hard fought match. But you know what? Let me go ahead and get this together here. Bam. In the end, though, the Raiders won 12-16. We are now 5-5. And we're second in the division, tied with the Chargers. So, again, a really hard fought a game. It was purely on the defense, like who could actually put forth a scoring run that had resulted in a touchdown. That's what decided the game. Obviously, the Jets are a good team. They would be a completely different team if they actually had Aaron Rodgers as part of their team, but they don't. That's the one thing that we capitalized on. So you got that. Zach Wilson is not Aaron Rodgers, so he's going to make mistakes. You also have the fact that the offense is not that good. Their O-line did pretty decent this game. Not going to lie. They must have had a stern talking to by it, but you know what? We did it, though. We won. And, it took a lot for us to beat this team. It took a lot of turnovers of the Jets shooting themselves in the foot, and it took one key turnover to seal the deal for us. Not only that, but it also took a touchdown as well. So, with that being said, though, let's go ahead and move forward here with our stats. So again, if the Sin City 7 members decide to join me, they can. If not, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot out a text to them real quick, making sure they can see it. All right. So obviously, we have the team stats here in front of us. I'm going over the team stats, comparing the two teams. After that, of course, we're going with the individual stats. And here we have a member coming into it fresh off of drinking tequila and celebrating the win. We have Aaron the Q Dog Raider. Aaron, how are you doing today?
Oh man. To quote Dave Ramsey, better than I deserve.
Uh-huh.
Um, bruh, we 2-0. 2-0 in the AP era. How does it feel?
And you know what? This is a very hard fought battle. Yes, I would have liked it to be more like how it was last week. But however, you know what? I am Aiden O'Connell is a rookie. He's going to make mistakes,
Yeah, he
and
did.
and the defense did their best and hung on for the win. So I am fine with that. So a win is a win. I'm not going to complain about it. How about you, Q?
No, I'm with you, man. I mean, things could have went worse. Thank goodness they went better. And let's just get into the game, man. I know you've probably already set the table, so let's go on and serve this meal up, man.
All
We're
right.
2-0 and 82%.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and just quickly go through the stats, the team stats and whatnot. So obviously, the Jets did have a little bit more production, and everything. 371 total yards compared to 301 for the Raiders. Passing yards, it was 263 compared to our 153. Then, surprisingly, once again, we beat out a team in the rushing category, 108 yards compared to 148. 5.8 yards per play for the Jets, 4.4 for the Raiders. Turnovers, one interception and one fumble for the Raiders, while just one interception for the
That's right.
for the Jets. Time of possession, we actually won in time of possession with 30 minutes 18 seconds compared to 29 minutes and 42 seconds. And another key aspect of it, the penalties, 8-3 compared the Jets having 8 penalties, us having 3 penalties. The Jets, you could easily argue if a Jets fan came up to me and said that they beat themselves, I would
They'd be
definitely
right.
I would definitely nod my head going, you're kind of right there, because you know what? Again, they could have it could have been worse for us. But there's a lot of penalties for that kept the Jets from doing anything against us. But again, a win is a win. That's all I can
It's a
say. A
damn.
win is a win. So, Sugar Shane, how you doing, my brother?
Is that my guy?
Pretty good.
My guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting here in the bar terminal waiting for takeoff.
Okay.
And, it is what it is. I was waiting on my flight to New York, but just didn't take off. So, how you
Okay.
guys doing?
Hey, I'm fine.
I think the inference is that the Jets were grounded, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was like you guys were saying. You make the argument if a Jets fan came up to they outplayed themselves. Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, they don't have a Robert Spillane. They don't have a guy that can wait for the ball, see ball, and get ball.
Nonetheless,
And
it's
how
a
about Spillane with his hands over the past 2 games? Actually, going back 3 games.
it's multiple
This guy is
times.
breaking up. How long have we been waiting for a middle linebacker that had cover capability? And Spillane is giving it to us in droves, homies.
Which
Droves.
is the funniest thing is that, again, it's a linebacker that is leading us in interceptions right now.
That's true.
That hasn't happened since Navarro did it, 5 seasons ago with his single pick? Bruh, we got to do better. We've done better.
So, good job on also the defensive backs, keeping their hands off the wide receivers. I mean, I don't know if there was a single pass interference play called against us. Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a single pass interference play called against our
No, there
defensive
wasn't.
backs.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a nice round number.
Mm-hmm. I like that nice round number.
Hell yeah.
So I ain't gonna complain about it. Nope. Nope.
Now,
And
fellas, I know you guys have watched like all the Sunday NFL shows, um, both pre-kickoff, halftime shows, post-game reports. How many of those experts picked us to win?
three of them.
Anybody?
Three of them.
Maybe
Three.
Three of the guys that in the pre-show. Although even though the TV station marked him down for the Jets, he said the Raiders. I forgot who it was. It was the last guy that went up. He said the Raiders, and
Yeah.
and they marked it up as the Jets. It's like, I see what you did there. You thought wrong, TV
Did Howie
station.
Long pick us? Did Howie Long pick us today?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see that one. I'm sure Howie Long's got to pick us, regardless.
You know, you would hope. You would hope.
If Howie didn't pick us, I would have been like,
That's what YouTube is for. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, at first it seemed like we weren't going to be able to get the run taken care of, but then in the second half we started getting the run taken care of. I liked that a lot.
Yes.
Again, the main thing is to always keep trying, and once it starts working, stick with it. Now, granted, my one issue though with the offense right now is I need to see more play action. You know, because there was at one point where we ran like 4 or 5 running plays in a row, and it would have been beautiful to be like, okay, now's the time to do play action, because everyone's thinking that we're gonna freaking just run it down the throats. But instead we end up doing like another just like a straight on pass play and not a play action. It's like, ugh. And then and for the defense, they just need a tackle. They need a tackle. And then pretty much besides that, that almost somewhat lazy second to last play we had, where Peters and Epps were just kind of sitting around twiddling their thumbs. I know Epps went forward. Epps went forward because he was thinking that Wilson was probably going to run, but and then he tossed it over his head. But still, it's like, oh golly, guys! Like everyone was both the Jets and the Raiders were discombobulated on that play.
Yeah.
And
even with some of the fumbles tonight.
Oh, gee whiz. Oh, yeah. Hang on to that goddamn ball, guys. You got Aiden's with one. You got Zeus with one, and you got Jacobs with one. Talk to us about that, Sugar Shane.
I don't know. It just seems like for the past 8 weeks, we've been dealing with McDumbass's I formation. So, you would think that, if we're going to run the ball, keep running the ball, don't stop the momentum, and hold on to the damn ball. Besides that, up until these 8 weeks of football that we have had, a decent coach, backing us, the turnover ratio just on paper may not look more, but we see it more on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I think that's definitely going to have to be addressed, as well as, I don't know. So we'll see.
We shall definitely see. Q, any thoughts?
No, I think Shane hit it all. We need to shore up the handling of the ball. I think that JJ fumble, questionable as it was, listen, you got to survive contact. You got to survive the ground. So don't give the opposition and the refs, because, it's 11 on 17 every week, the opportunity to steal what we've earned. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, what's today's sponsor, Q? What is today's sponsor?
I am going with Salsa Añejo.
Salsa Añejo.
A very affordable tequila. It's going to get me there, and unlike Sugar Shane, I do have liftoff.
Yeah, that's true. Salute, sir. Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Salute.
Speaking of salute, let's go. Let's give a shout out to all the veterans out there that had hopefully a happy Veterans Day and everything. I'm wearing my green salute to the troops hat today. So
Definitely.
tip to the hat to all my brothers that wear the camo and whatnot. Hope y'all capitalized on it on that free food. So, all right,
Definitely.
let's move on here. Let's go to our player stats. Here we go. We got Aiden O'Connell leading the way with passing. 16 for 27, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Josh Jacobs leading for rushing, 27 attempts. Let's give a hand to Josh Jacobs. 116 yards. No touchdowns, though. 4.3 yard average. Then we got Adams receiving leading the way for receiving 6 receptions for 86 yards. Turnovers, we have 1 interception by O'Connell, and then 1 fumbles lost by Jacobs. Turnovers for us, though, we have the 1 interception by Spillane to help seal the game. Sacks, we also have 2 with Spillane and Kuntz. No Mad Max Crosby this time. And then tackles for losses, we have 1 for Butler, which brings a total of 3. So, the one thing I could say about is this is, you know what? When O'Connell fumbled that ball, we got to remember that he's a rookie. When O'Connell fumbled the snap, I'm guessing what happened was that it got to his head. And therefore, right after that, instead of brushing it off, moving on, it stuck with him, and that's why he threw that pick. That's my guess. My 2 cents on it. And then, of course, also for fumbles lost, you think that the fumble on Zeus was enough to be like, hey guys, hold on to the ball, and then suddenly that happened. So
Yeah.
Sugar Shane, what you got?
Well, I think it feels good not to see happy feet out there almost every single week.
Yeah.
Someone's not being so under pressure that on being so pressured that they're basically ice skating.
Mhm.
So I think like you said, Aiden is a rookie, but I don't see Jimmy being in that same role. I don't see. I mean, of course, not now. I think we got a sleeper for a quarterback. I think he's. I mean, when I think of quarterbacks, I don't necessarily think of Purdue, but who knows? This might be the gold standard from here on out. So
What in Drew Brees did you just say?
that's true. That is true. That is true. Isn't he like the only one though? I mean, I don't know.
Well, as Yoda said, there is another.
Yeah, it's true. Good.
I'm on a roll, homie.
The funny thing is that my old man called me in the middle of the game because he was finally able to catch one. He is a fellow OG Raider fan, and he was like, "Who the hell is that quarterback?" And I had to give him the update. And then as soon as I said he's from Purdue, he was like, "Oh man, oh." he threw a little miniature tantrum about it. I was like, "Yeah, Dad, I know you've been too busy and everything, but."
I'm really starting to think that this whole team just drinks a liter of cola before every game. So
Yeah,
Just saying.
cool.
After every
Coffee,
game, I
no
battle
cream
them,
either.
Oh, no question. And after every win, they have maple syrup chugging contests. Wash down that cigar smoke.
Find out who's more of a man.
Yeah.
That Johnny Temple, I tell you what, he's got the best play designs going. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
old Johnny Temple.
Again, and it just shows that again, it just shows the reflection about the previous coaching staff compared to the coaching staff now, is that the fact that again under the our ex coach, our run game would have not have gotten its crap together in the second half,
No,
and we would have completely. I mean, if anything, it would have been 0-12.
Yeah. And that's and without Colton Miller, I can only imagine that.
Oh, jeez.
Sugar Shane, that's a great point. We won tonight without I guess, our anchor along the offensive line tonight.
That's
And that's
insane.
big volumes. And you had a rookie, excuse me, a rookie lineup behind an offensive line that had two questionable parts and bookends, a regressing center, an emerging left guard, and a question mark at right guard. Yet we still
No starting fullback either.
No, our fullback is actually in a boot somewhere. We need Ingold back.
Yeah.
Whoever that is
We are
that we
bring
got at fullback, he's to get out of here. And I was looking at the sideline, and I'll be damned if Bolden still isn't in the uniform.
Oh,
Why
my.
haven't we cut?
we
It's true.
need a,
Surely there's a
When's-
20-something that could be a gun on special teams. And Bolden, why is he still on team?
when's Ingold's contract up? We need to throw all the money at him.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
It's true. Or convert a tight end to a fullback, which I don't know if that would even happen with Hooper, So
We'll see. All right, let's move on to our special teams, who are quite special today. For kicking, we have, of course, the man, the myth, legend, Daniel Carlson, going 3 for 3 for field goals, 1 for 1 in extra points. His longest was 54 yards. That brings a total of 10 points. Punting, AJ Cole, 5 punts, 50.6 yards average. 3 of them inside the 20. That is what I'm freaking talking about. His longest being 63 yards. Kick returns, Carter putting in some work. 1 return
Baller.
for 25 yards, longest 25, but it's the punt returns. 3 returns, 16.3 yard average, no touchdowns, but 32 was his longest. And his punt returns put us in some much needed great position to start off the offense. What do you think, Q-Dog?
yeah.
I have really nothing to add. The special teams were solid. They didn't put us in precarious positions. Whenever we needed to line up to make a field goal, we converted. Whenever we needed to change the field, we were able to have Cole pin the opposition behind the 20. The only question mark I got, again, and I'm going to have to circle back around to it, why the hell is Bolden still on our team? Even if he is a special teamer. That's the only weakness. If we ever have the opposition figure out that he's on the field, they're running at that fucker, and they're going to go ahead and hurt us. He is the weak link.
Yeah,
That
dude sucks.
I don't have a clue why he's still on the team. I mean, it must be because he somehow beats out someone on the practice squad.
I've got a lime slice, and that lime slice is neck and neck with Bolden as far as production. So between that lime slice and Bolden, I'm taking this lime slice.
Mm-hmm.
Chasing the champion.
I'm taking my bottle cap opener over Bolden any day.
It's bad. it's bad. It's really bad. By the way, shout out to Amik Robertson. I hope he's okay after getting kneed in the
Yes.
head, kneed right in
Got
the
that bell
temple.
rung.
Whew.
That was rough.
I mean, that was one of those where after the play was over, I looked, I was like, oh, he out. He gone. He
Yes.
gone for the day.
Say, little homie stretched out.
Yep. You stretch out looking
But
at the ceiling.
am I the only one that whenever I saw that it was Amik Robinson and I saw number 21 and you couldn't see him for the trainers that were responding to him, all you saw were his pants and cleats. I knew something was wrong. And he's little. So the fact that we only saw his pants and cleats was very concerning. And the way he's shown his ass the past couple of weeks, I had a little bit of pause and trepidation. I'm like, there goes the heart of our secondary. Stretched out, not looking good. But whenever he got up and he walked off under his own powers, and then he had his arms around the trainers as best he could because he couldn't reach the shoulders of the trainers. At some point, he just stopped and took his arms off of them because he couldn't reach. Like, you had to be this tall to get on that ride, and
Yeah.
he simply wasn't that tall, and he couldn't ride. I was concerned.
Oh man, that poor guy.
Child's play.
That
Yeah.
little motherfucker was hurting.
I tell you, I don't know. Like, part of me just really wants someone like Spillane or Masterson or someone to catch one of those fools that tries to do that crap of jumping over it and just straight up just giving them the power bomb.
Yeah.
Give that
Scorpion Deathlock.
give that man the freaking Batista bomb. I
I
don't
understand.
care. Let's do it. But I was like, no, that'd be a
I'm
penalty
thinking more
too.
like a sidewalk slam. That
Oh,
would
Yeah.
that would be Gucci.
I like the sidewalk slam. That's a. I always liked that Kane
Full
did.
Nelson suplex.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although, speaking of acrobatics, I did like when during the game when we brought the pressure to Wilson. Crosby pretty much Bobby Boucher, Zach Wilson when he was flying through the air. Like, I don't know if y'all catch that or whatever, but like he was trying to do a cross throw on that in the last couple seconds of the game.
yeah.
Boom, got it. He still
Yeah.
got the ball out, but I just thought that was crazy.
Yeah, Max was that was probably the most frustrating thing because again when I was young I used to just watch the quarterback and the wide receivers, but now that I'm older the battle that I'm watching is the battle in the trenches. My eyes are always going to be on Mad Max Crosby, and it's you just want to tear your hair out about how close Max was always getting to that quarterback, but I was like, oh, 1 second, one more second, and he would have got him. There's been so many times where all they had to do is wait one more second, Max would have got him.
Well, if you think we feel bad about it, imagine him.
Yep. Oy. All right, let's move on now, guys. It is going to be our favorite portion of the show because, after all, they won. So we got the turd sandwich versus the bacon praise burger. Obviously, they won, so I'm going to go with the bacon praise burger. Sugar Shane, what are you going to go with today?
It's definitely it's got Gouda on there.
Uh-huh.
It's got maybe a little bit of queso cheese.
Oh man.
No Velveeta, just straight homemade.
Oh.
It's running off the sides and everything like that.
All right.
Maybe a little bit of seasoning on top. So.
All right. Q Dog, are you going to go with the bacon praise burger or are you going to play devil's advocate today?
Oh man, yeah, man. I'm gonna have to go with the turd sandwich.
All right, devil's advocate. That's what I'd like to see. Got the, because after all, it can't all be sunshine and rainbows and everything. We gotta add a little dark side and a little bit of reality to the situation.
That's right.
So, all right. So for those who are wondering what the heck we are talking about, So let's just say you actually hold on before we do that. Raider Roan, Tyrone Graves, how's it going, buddy? Raiders.
Terrell comes staggering in. What's up, homie?
Yeah,
I know you
man.
faded.
I had to finish watching all the highlights and stuff.
Oh, man.
Mhm.
Hey, I had to suck it all in, man.
Mm. All right, well, your thoughts on the game? So, what was your thoughts on the game there, Tyrone?
Okay, we on the praise burger or the turd sandwich yet?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, but what's your
let me see.
what's your thoughts on the game? We'll let you go last and everything. But what's your overall thoughts on the game?
Overall thoughts, hey, I'm glad with the win. Hey, I know a lot of people like to watch stuff like that. It makes for good TV. But when it's your team on the field, nah, man, I hate them. It come down to that last play. You know, my heart was thumping hard. You know, I had my eyes, my fingers, my toes, my arms and legs, everything was crossed. I'm praying to the football god, you know, that we can pull this out because, you know, that could easily went the other way. It was a lot of games today coming down to that final play. And I ain't want to be one of them to lose like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, and yeah, I think we were all Red Fox at that moment in Stanford Sun. So that's a good classic.
Definitely.
That's a good classic show. I'll watch that over any modern show any day.
Yeah.
All right. So for those who have never seen the Since 87 stream or any of my previous stuff, so if you have, let's just say you have a coworker or a loved one that is they're not doing something that they're supposed to be doing, or maybe they're just messing up on some things. Instead of knocking them out, throwing them in a suitcase, and then sending them onto a plane to go to Bora Bora or something like that, maybe you should hit him with a praise burger, and that is to do positive praise. Basically, mention something that they're doing, think that they're doing good in. Then you add constructive criticism on the thing that they need to do better, and then you finish it up with positive praise. Obviously, if you had a turd sandwich, it is the opposite, where you go criticism, praise, criticism. So, since I am the host and I know what I'm doing, I'll go ahead and start. So, for the positive praise that I'm going to say, oh, and I forgot, this is the bacon praise burger. So you add bacon in there, and the bacon, of course, is the best part, guys. So
bacon makes everything better.
Bacon makes everything better, just like Tyrone Grace said. After all, bacon loves you. Bacon wants to be a part of your life. Why don't you go to the store right now? Who cares if it's maybe 1 a.m. or wherever it is from you, where you live? Go to the store, get some bacon, fry it on the pan today. Your stomach will thank you later. So
Center cat.
Yeah. All right. So for him, I'm gonna go ahead and start off the praise. So a good job on the defense holding their own and making sure that we limited the Jets to nothing but field goals. Yeah, it was not pretty, but you guys limited them to field goals, which helped the offense get what they need to get done. And not only that, you guys stopped them at an opportune moment so that when the punts came off, we could get to a good position on the field for the offense to capitalize on that. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Defense, you need to learn how to tackle your players. All right? There's been a lot of times where it should have been minimal or even negative yards, but you guys end up not tackling. So get your tackles in gear. All right. That being said, though, Spillane, you are a beast of a man. I am very glad that you are on our team. Yeah, sure. When you were first on first put on the team, I was like, who? But you are definitely showing us who you are,
Yeah.
where you came from, and what you're about. So I tip my cap to you for that. And of course, the bacon bean, we got to win. So now I give it to Aaron, the Q Dog Grader. Give us the turd sandwich.
Shoot.
Herd sandwich. It all involves our defensive effort. Let's start with Jacorian Bennett. He was in position. He closed quickly. He threw a shoulder, got knocked the fuck down, and gave up an
Ow.
additional
He
6
got
yards.
knocked out. He got took out the game after that.
Speaking of knocked out, since my dear friend Tyrone brings that shit up, Amik Robinson did the damn
Ah.
same. He tried to go low. The ball carrier went high. There was a knee to the cranium, and that brother got stretched out. Once again,
Woo.
lack of technique. Then we go to Malcolm Kuntz, who made count them, one play on defense in order to pressure the quarterback and force an errant throw on a key play. Other than that, that fool just running around. It's like watching kids play t-ball that are 5-year-olds. I mean, the ball gets hit, and he's just out there running around. I mean, there's no order, there is no semblance of organization, there is no fear. There's just foolishness. And then that brings me to Marcus Peters, who was consistently out of place, Stephen. I don't know what his
That
assignments were, and you know what? He didn't know what they were either. He was just out there running around. And there was a play where if a receiver that caught an end around on a lateral play did not have those gloves on and threw the ball out of bounds, Peters would have given up a walk-in touchdown, which would have been the difference in the game. And then he wanted to do his two-step after he did nothing to have an impact on the play because the thrower of the ball simply did not have a grip on his toss. So for those 4 guys, I say, what the hell and what the fuck? Now, I'm not even done. Did Little Wilson play? Now, you know how I like to talk about Baby Cleveland? Well, he's no longer on the team. Now we got Lil Wilson. Lil Wilson did nothing, and I mean nothing this evening. For a first-round pick, you had to have an impact on at least maybe 1, possibly 2 plays a game. This fool gave us nothing. So him, his foot, I don't understand why do we get this guy? The biggest mistake we made in the offseason, and I don't give a damn about Garoppolo because we're overcoming Garoppolo, was selecting Tyree Wilson when Jalen Carter was available. Jalen Carter would have been the counter to Quinnen Williams. And Quinnen Williams, we probably could have had him if we would have traded one of those first-round draft picks to move up. We could have had him and countless others. Josh Allen defense. But instead, we had one of those 3 first-round selections remaining on our team. Now, that's my turd sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut and corn. Crunch, crunch, fools.
Sugar Shane, you're up with your
definitely
with your bacon praise burger.
Bacon praise burger right off the bat. We're going to start with a brioche bun, being that Spillane interception, right? It's toasted, it's buttery, and it's doughy. How about that? And from what I saw, his girl's pregnant. How cool is that? They interviewed him after the game. He said that. I thought that was dope. But yeah, oh yeah. So in Vegas too. So
yeah.
But no, I definitely think the cheese and the meat has to go to that Jacobs running game. So and a impromptu get the fuck down the field from AP when seconds left. That dude is from Compton. I'm sorry, man, but that dude is straight from Compton. I love our coach, man. But
Most
If I were to
definitely.
sprinkle, yeah, if I were to sprinkle any type of accoutrement to lettuce, tomato, whatever,
Come on.
I know this is long-winded, damn it, but definitely I'm gonna have to put that towards the special teams. I
Mhm.
did enjoy the special team play as well. So overall, um, I guess the cherrying on the top is that we got the win. It's as long as it's a win. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if it's you know 2-5. As long as it's a
Thank
win, which I don't even know
Yeah.
if I want to see that, but a win's a win, and we got the job done. We're 2-0 with AP, 500. Let's do this. Who do we got next week?
All right.
Dolphins.
Yeah, we're at the Dolphins.
Mhm.
Yeah. They coming off a bye.
boy.
Well rested and pissed off after losing overseas to the Chiefs.
Mhm.
Okay,
All right.
let's see if we can get another burger. I'm just saying.
All right. Tyrone, are you gonna go with the bacon praise burger or the turd sandwich today?
I'm going with the praise burger
Okay.
because we got the win. We got the win, but it was an ugly game. I didn't like. I'm gonna have to take the bacon and the cheese off the sandwich. It's still a good sandwich. It's
Okay.
still seasoned up well. You got the bruschetta bun. Nice and well toasted and buttery. So the sandwich was still good. You got some pickles on there. Got your mustard, French's of course. The Heinz ketchup on there. Maybe a little slather of Miracle Whip. If not that, just skip all that and throw some A1 on it and be happy with it. But
Bro, you ain't got no dukes.
I'm
You ain't got no dukes. You ain't got no dukes on that burger. We down south, bro.
Dukes?
You ain't got no dukes.
Nah. It was too much.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's like I want to criticize them, but
We're gonna criticize him.
thank you, McDonald's, for the way you done the situation he done put us in. You know what I'm saying? We literally have to finish the season with a 4th round rookie quarterback. So I got to give him some leeway. He gonna learn. He gonna take his bumps and bruises and all that, and just hoping he don't cost us a game. But it's like we can't lose him. If we lose him, if the season's over with, because
It's a wrap.
Crapalow and horrible Hoyer is not gonna do it for us, man. They're gonna be our downfall if either one of them start snapping the ball again. I like
I
AP.
love these
I'm
nicknames.
loving. I'm feeling AP, but and I'm pulling for both. But we have no top tier person calling plays, and you can see that. We thankful the defense did improve this year to help keep us in the game. Otherwise, it's like I feel the guy I know was just 2 weeks under this new regime, and they got to figure out better things to do. But I was telling my wife while we were watching it, I understand we want to cater to Devontae. I feel it. I love Devontae. I don't want to lose him, but
All right.
we
Tyrone.
can't force stuff to him. Yeah.
Tyrone, real quick, let's go ahead and refresh this meeting, and then we'll get back to you
Yes,
in a second. All right, let's refresh this,
Come on with it.
and then we'll go with it. All right, hang on, guys.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna refresh this drink.
All right, we back. I'm sure Q Dog will join us in a second. All right, Tyrone, you were saying
Yeah.
about
Yeah. I'm
Adams.
saying, yeah. I like Adams. I like his tenacity. I like that he's the best player on offense, but we can't. We're not good enough at play calling and everything to just strictly feed him. You know, because
Mm,
it's like every defense knows that they're gonna put a guy on him and they're gonna have a DB shadowing just in case. You know, the double team. That one pick that AOC threw, I felt like it was a bait. They knew the back. They knew for one the harder they were coming in quick, we were trying to dump it off quick. So all they did was, okay, let's back off Devontae a little bit. You watch him. And as soon as he stopped, as he run his little 6, 7 yards to stop and turn around, charge for him and just take the ball out in front of him. You know, they didn't give us time to run routes. They were on them. So it's stuff like that. We got to use everybody, man. We have a talented. We have an array of weapons. You know, Jacoby's decent. He can catch. He can run fast. You got Trey Tucker, who our speed demon. You got the third and Renfro. Our go-to guy. We got some decent tight ends we can go to. Jacobs doesn't have to go up the middle all the time. When you see it it's not working, dump it off to him to the outside on the edge and let him just, take around that sideline and jet up. It's like, I don't know, it just felt like the offense they wasn't creative enough to come up with something to help the rookie out. And that really pissed me off. It's like when we were in shotgun, we did our best, but they kept putting him right back up under the center, and that's what we were doing our worst. He had the fumbled snap, and then if it wasn't that, he was getting sacked. Jacobs was getting stopped right at the line and losing yardage. That stuff they got to peep out and say, okay, this ain't working. Let's see what else we got. Other than that, they were only my main gripes, man. They didn't make adjustments offensively to start putting points on the board because I knew it was going to come down to whoever can get in the end zone. Defensively, I'm glad we held up. I'm hoping we do better with the line. That scared me when Colton went down. We weren't gonna have him shifting the Lumino over the left tackle and trying to bring Thaler in there. I knew we were gonna have some struggles, but
mhm.
I'm glad our guys they held up, man. And the crowd was doing good too. They finally learned you get loud when we're on defense. It took them a couple of years to figure that out. Y'all, you don't cheer when our offense is out there. You get loud when the other offense is out there, throw out their snap cap.
Yeah, exactly. You, if we beat Kansas City, I want to see that entire bottle being chugged down live on the street. I saw. I
I'll
was like,
join
oh.
you. How
Man,
about that?
hey, if we can beat, I say 2 games. If we can beat Kansas City at least once and Miami, or either beat Kansas City and we can sweep the Chiefs, oh man. If we can beat the Chiefs and the Dolphins, that should solidify AP as head coach. That right there should do it. Even though
Hell, even the GM.
if we do lose those three, we can still come out real good, but we can't lose another game. We can't lose against who else we got? The Colts, Vikings, Chargers, and Broncos after that. We have to win all 4 of those games if we gonna lose to the Dolphins and both of the Chiefs games. And that way we'll be, at least we can end the season 9-8, winning season, above 500. This record will beat McDaniel's record from last year, and his half of the season record would beat McDaniel's half of the season this season. So that should give it to him right there, man. It should be named as soon as our season's over with. We keeping Antonio Pierce.
Well, I mean, with that win, they've already hit my floor. Because again, my floor for them was 5-8, was 5-12, and their ceiling was 8-9. So, I mean, they've already hit my floor. So at least I'm happy that they didn't prove me wrong in a bad way. So
Oh,
yeah,
so that's
but
your
we
floor.
got
So what's your ceiling?
the ceiling was 8-9.
Oh, okay. I got the.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
But granted, that was underneath what?
That was under
As
McDaniels.
as you said, Ron. As you said,
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
The clown.
That was under Ronald McDonald and everything. So, but now we got with that is our bacon praise burger turd sandwich session. So next week though, we are going to Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins they're a tough team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Hugh, what you expecting from this game? Q?
Oh,
Alcohol already hitting him. He's faded.
I was over here enjoying this tequila.
Uh-huh.
I expect Tyreek Hill to absolutely go nuts on us. There's no getting around it. There's no excusing it. There is, no massaging the fact that little speed demon is going to give us that work. What we need to do is handle the run game, stack the box, and hope for the best. I think if it comes down to a track meet between Devontae Adams, DA 7 motherfucking team, and little TH10, I'll take my chances with our defense holding at least 1 or 2 drives against that team in Hard Rock Stadium. I just do. The only thing that's going to give me pause, and I know it's going to happen, I believe they've got us in the early time slot. And whenever we face anybody in the early time slot in the Eastern time zone, you can chalk up the L because we're not going to win. So if they make that a 4 o'clock premier game in the afternoon, I give us a puncher's chance. If they line us up early in the AM, AP is going to have to bring out the miracle of miracles to motivate this team because the jet lag simply is a monkey that the Raiders historically cannot get off their back. That's it.
Sugar Shane, what you expecting?
Miami's always it just seems like these past 5 years, Miami has always had something miraculous happen to where whether it's Fitz magic to Tua, something happens to where we just shut down, whether it be on their turf or our turf. Now, I will say this. I'm going to love seeing that matchup between Adams and Ramsey right from the get-go. Because we forget, I know I forgot till we realized we were facing the Dolphins that Jalen Ramsey is on. And you couple that with Xavier Howard to, it's a who's who on that backfield, So I certainly think that, like you said, we're going to have to stack up that box, but at the same time, it's like, and like you were preaching earlier, Jadis, that we want to see Crosby get those sacks. Is Spillane going to break out like how he did tonight? I don't know, but I will say this: the only fighting chance I think we got is, for us is just keep running the ball. So,
okay, Jerome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, even at the beginning of the season with McDoofus, I picked us for 9. I strategized it out, and I'm looking at us, and I said 9. That was even before noticing that the defense was even decent. You know, I was basing on what we were accomplishing last year. You know, losing those horrible 5 games the way we did. You know, that to me that was the difference of being 11-6 instead of 6-11. So I figured that we can get 9 games. And I don't know if anybody remember when we first started this earlier in the year, I said I feel we're the team just like we can lose against anybody. I feel we can beat anybody.
Come on.
Now,
Hell yeah.
McDaniels had sucked that out of me by week 4, and I was like, oh hell no, it's over with. But now I feel that back again. I feel just like we can beat anybody because most commentators and everybody they picked the Jets to win tonight. You know,
They did.
I understand that they got a stout defense, so that was for us to prove ourselves. So just like how I feel like we could win 9 games, and I hate the oh man, McDaniels made us lose 3 easy games. Now just think about that. We should have beat the Chargers. We should have beat the Steelers. We damn sure should have beat the Bears. Right there, that shifts our record to 8-2. Now we looking at ourselves as 8-2. Yeah, we like Q said, we got a puncher's chance against anybody, and I feel we still that team. Even though the record says 5-5, I feel we're 8-2. I give I give the Bills loss. Hey, we got our ass whooped by a better team. We could have beat the Lions. We should have beat the Lions. So technically, we can be 9-1. We that squad right now, and it's like, okay, I like it when a lot of people misjudge us. They don't know how. All they see is they see the losing side. They see a team that then got rid of their coach mid-season. They not giving us any look at, oh yeah, this is threat. And now I feel we can be that trap game again. We that team nobody want to pick because we're the Raiders. They don't ever see us as a threat anymore, especially not with a rookie QB, 4th round QB. I like AOC. I'm not looking for him to be the future, not being a 4th round pick out of Purdue. You know, if he, I don't want to lose him, but I think if we able to get a better quarterback in the draft, get it. Let them battle it out for who's gonna do it. Keep AOC as a sturdy backup, just out of loyalty. I love the kid. But we got a chance to get in there. I hate the easiest games are behind us. We got an uphill battle for these last games, man. But I got the faith, man. I got the faith.
Well, I'm chalking this one as a loss. I like the offensive firepower that the Dolphins have is just overwhelming. Again, they're gonna come back ticked off that they lost to the Chiefs, especially
What's
since
funny is
everyone.
we're facing another McDaniel.
Yeah, the McDaniels, the McDaniels we should have had.
God damn.
But the only thing that I am just hoping that the Raiders do is when the Dolphins face the Broncos, and I apologize to Miss Ebony for this, but the Broncos lost 20-70. For the love of God, Raiders, just please, 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 please. keep it
Don't
under.
get the ass.
Please keep it under 40 points, and at least have them at least beat us by at least like 1 or 2 touchdowns. Like that's all I ask for them.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I would love for the Raiders to prove me wrong. I would love it, absolutely love it. And I look forward to it if I do. And I look forward to the stream if I have to eat my words. But
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
chalking this one up. I'm thinking the score is gonna be like 38-10. So so Q Dog, do you got a score in mind?
Well, thoughts and prayers go out to Queen Ebony. The way that those damn donkeys took it on the chin, and I think that Denver was at the peak of their talent whenever they took that L. I don't know if they can ever recover. So, thoughts and prayers out to the dear Queen. So, if you're asking me for a score, and I think you did, I'm going to have to go Dolphins 33, Raiders 85. We're going to go ahead and show
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
we'll give them ones, twos, and three pieces the way that they've
Yeah.
never seen before.
Oh, hang on. Let me do my impersonation real quick. You know nothing about football. What are you talking about? Shut up. You know nothing about football. Like some of those other so-called
I
experts out there.
From West Texas.
Yeah. All right, Sugar Shane, you got a score?
I'm saying 27-17.
27-17.
I think we ball out against them.
Okay.
Yes.
As crazy as that sounds, I'm more optimistic. I think now more than ever. You know, with Suge Knight at coach. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
So I mean, hey, come to death row. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Ready to roll. What you got for a score?
All in the videos, dancing on the music.
Hey, well, well, in reference to that game, that almost, hey, the wife was almost about to denounce the Broncos. She looked at me and she's like, "Baby, I'm about to be a Raider for life now."
Good.
That game almost pushed her totally over to the dark side.
Woo.
But hey, I look at it like this. Hey, they lost to the Chiefs, and hell, the Chiefs' last loss was to who? Broncos. So hey, like I say, in this league, is any given Sunday. Hey, I'm with. Hey, I got the man by my words. I need a win. I need to win against one of those two teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, either to beat the Dolphins in one of the Chiefs games, or if we lose to the Dolphins, I hope we sweep the Chiefs. Either way, I'll be good with that. It's just I'm feeling optimistic about our guy. It's all about us staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get Miller back, which I think why he sat out this game, because he felt like, okay, they don't really need me against the Jets to win, so let me try to heal up. So hopefully he'll be back. It's scaring me that Amik might have to sit out for concussion protocol, because we need that ball hawk. I feel like this game would have ended with us scoring again, or we'd had more turnovers if Amik stayed in there. So I hope Amik's back. I hope Colton back, and I'm gonna feel a win. I don't know an exact score, but I'm gonna predict it's gonna be close, and then DC Deuce is gonna win the game for us with a nice field goal.
All right.
So whatever it is, we winning by 3.
Okay. All right. Well, that takes us to the end of this stream and everything. So, Sugar Shane, do you have any final thoughts for all of us? Final thoughts.
Just get those cigars ready, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say for this next week. I'm prepared. So, like we always do about this time. So,
Yeah. All right, Tyrone. Final thoughts.
Hey, I love bragging. We done swept motherfucking New York. Don't none of them need to say nothing. Nothing. Swept the state. Hey, we up to 500. I don't know if y'all saw that last picture I sent in the text. Yeah, baby. We in the motherfucking hunt. Yeah, we at the end of it. But guess what? That means everybody in front of us is in our scope line.
Well, change his name to Tyrannodamus or something.
yeah.
All right, Q Dog. Last thoughts.
All right. We saw coaching this evening, not just a motivation, not just a rah-rah guy in AP. I thought that he did a solid coaching job, one that we haven't seen in quite some time, even to predate JRD, Chucky. I don't think we've seen a coaching effort the way that AP orchestrated this evening. Case in point, we go to the break down 6 points to 9 points. We actually had halftime adjustments. This is a critique that we've had for multiple coaches over the past 21 years, the inability to make halftime adjustments. And AP did that. He threw a challenge flag. And I think that the league was actually incorrect. It wasn't the fact that it was a turnover, it was the spot of the ball, which can be contested because that's a judgment.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
That was some bullshit, man. That was some bullshit.
Is showing the hell was. But once again, it's 11 on 17 every time we take the field because we know that the league, i.e., the refs, are against us because they can't stand what the fuck we beat, who we are. So I discount that. AP overcompensated for that. Now, the only thing that I had against AP was he went away from what worked in the first half. When we finally got JJ into a rhythm and a groove and he was showing production, suddenly we got pass happy. And that's why we had to settle for a field goal to close the gap from 9-3, as opposed to taking a lead of 10-9 into the locker room. But I digress. We got a tough challenge on the road with our traditional bugaboo, which is playing the early time slot in the Eastern time zone against a over 500 opponent, which basically means we have no chance. But with AP, I got this brother from Compton representing what it is to be a Raider, to infuse the necessary motherfucking swag to get over that hump and put a motherfucking camel in the back and dial up the mothership for a victory, 85-33. You heard it.
Absolutely no defense gonna play that game. Everybody laying down.
Oh man.
Hey, Kid J, before you go on, I want to get on that point too. I didn't think about it at the time. The way we ended the game pissed me off too. That was almost making a turd burger, man. We trying to run the clock out, and I get that. You know, it's a minute and a half left, but come up with a play where we could if we could have got a first down, game over. You know, fuck they 3 timeouts, whatever. It wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna matter. They kept running that same play. Like I kept saying, quit getting right under the center's ass. None of them plays is working. Stay back, affirmation, stay in the shotgun, dump it off to Jacobs. Hope he can cut around the edge, you know, and get a first down, get some yardage. That running up, getting stopped at the line, only getting 1 or 2 yards. Now we still got the punt. I didn't like that at all. That really ticked me off. I almost threw my phone at that minute. And then Okay, you do it the first 2 times. That third down, you want to try to pass it. You stop the clock for them. I was like, really? This that shit to get you gray hairs. That's where all this come from. That it didn't make any sense. So man, that's what they need to work on. The coaching, the calling the plays, to know what to do at the right moment. And I'm hoping they get better at that in the season. If they can do that, fellas, you know how easy we can get lured into saying Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna take those concerns to the dinner table when I break bread with Sandra Douglas. Her and I will we'll dine and discuss your concerns. I'm sure it'll make its way into our conversation, Brad, at some point.
Oh man. Oh, he's got you. He's got you covered. Both him and her covered.
Better than me.
Oh,
Yes, she
man.
does. Ice is a song. She looks better than me.
All right.
Thanksgiving's coming up, so
Why must Q be like that? Why must he chase a cat? He's just a dog in him.
Just a dog in him, baby.
All right.
See, so
Well, first things first, let me take my hat off, though. We did lose a former Raider this
Yeah.
week and everything. So, big shout out and rest in peace to DJ Hayden for
R.I.P.
for,
Hayden.
again, don't want to have something like that happen to still a young player who is trying to make it in the game. He didn't make it with us, but still that sucks for that to happen. So rest in peace, DJ Hayden, Raider for life.
Once a Raider, always a Raider, man. He falls in that category. He will always be a Raider.
Exactly. And with that being said, of course, guys, thank you very much for joining me on this roundtable. I know it's late at night and everything. Y'all need to get to bed and stuff like that. And everything. I need to tuck the wife in, and I need to get to studying as well. So, everyone, thank you for watching this Sensei stream. As usual, guys, now that the Raiders are actually starting to live by the creed, that means we need to do so as well. So, excellence in everything, have a commitment to excellence. So that means you commit yourself to being as excellent as possible, whether it be in your job, your work, hobbies, your relationship with your family, friends, your relationship with God, whatever it is. Commit yourself to excellence in that category. That being said, of course, Raider rule number 1, and that is to find a way to get to that end goal. Whatever it is, whether you need to out hustle someone, whether you need to go ahead and try to get yourself more qualified than someone, whatever it needs to be, do whatever it takes to get to the end goal, which is just win, baby. Just win at life. Keep on upgrading yourselves and everything. And with that, from Raider Roan, Sugar Shane, and the Q Dog, I am KillJS907, the Grumpy Raider, and we shall catch y'all later. Bye.